Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the FPL Affairs podcast, the podcast that strips back and lays bare our season-long love affair with FPL. In our latest transfers and team selection video, I am joined by high-flying Dove and Weasel. Dove was hit hard by a flying red arrow last week. Can he recover? Weasel had a wonderful wildcard, and will it continue? We discuss all our teams, transfer plans, and some recommendations if you're looking for specific positions. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for all of our content, and ring the bell to be notified each time we release something new. Anyway, enough of my small talk, let's get cracking.
And there's Mo Salah. There goes Haaland. He's on his way again. He's hungry. He's scored. Ice cold precision from Palmer. Oh, Saka! That is a diamond of a goal.
Okay, greetings everybody. I've just lost train of thought. That's annoying. Greetings everybody to the latest episode, this Game Week 23 transfer plans and team selection video with me, Matt, aka the FPL Affairs Magpie, and alongside me, after being hit marginally by flying red arrow, hopefully the Dove will be able to recover this week and regain his flying wins. Not too many injuries from the fall.
Just a little. It's normal. Every time you fly, there will be a turbulence, but it doesn't mean we will be stopped. So we will keep on going.
And also joining us is Paul, aka the FPL Affairs Weasel. How are you, dude?
Yeah, all good. Great to be back in the swing of things. That's 2 podcasts a week.
We shall see. See whether we can keep the pace up this time.
Yeah, I hope you guys have missed us. Say in the comments if you regularly watch us. I want to see us twice a week still.
Yeah, apologies for the absence of late. There's been one reason or another, but I don't want to use up our recording time blabbering on about that reason. But yeah, positive news. We are back, and hopefully
Boss Man will be back to sing with us too.
Yes, we shall see. So what we'll go through today is quick fixture predictions, less waffle, see how many 2-all draws Paul has predicted for this round, his favourite score. But for looking at each of our teams, hopefully we won't waffle on too much, and then suggest our sort of top recommendations for each position on the pitch, depending on what we're doing. And even not depending on what we're doing, because you may disagree with us. So, I suppose best bring up the slides in.
No, I can only see mistakes.
Right. Paul from How It Judged. I'm not sure about your screen, but on my screen, you're covering up Phil Foden's eyes.
Now I can only see you on my screen. I can see him fully.
Right. So on the hide. There we go. Right. So yeah, I think I went for the 2 template talking point decision transfer on there is Bruno a green question mark transfer in and Phil Foden a red question mark or not transfer out. So have either of you got Bruno already?
Yeah, I did that in my wild cards last week. I took Foden out for Bruno.
Ah, so you did it a week ago. What, like after game week 22? Was it like early transfer you made, or you brought him in as part of your wild card,
As part of the wild cards.
Yeah. Mohammed, have you got Bruno?
Yeah, I just brought him in a few days ago.
So post 22, before 23.
I think after the Champions League game, I brought them in. So I sold Cherokee to bring in Bruno because Cherokee was about to drop in price. So I sold him and get in Bruno because I wasn't sure about his minutes. He plays the full 90 minutes against Bodo Glimt, which means he is almost for sure will be on the bench against Wolves. So I sold him and bring in the old, steady, reliable Bruno Fernandes.
Yes, right. Well, I'm sort of decided, but not decided. We'll go through that in a minute.
Okay.
Looking at the fixtures anyway, game week 23, we've got, we'll try to do this in a quick fire-ish for our standards predictions. I'll go through, I think we can alternate who goes first with each fixture and just say which side, whether you think it's what, home win, away win, goalless draw, score draw. And we all know what Paul's score draw is going to be anyway. Okay, Mohammed, West Ham at home to Sunderland. Prediction.
Well, Sunderland are always good at home, but it's different at away. But against West Ham, I still give it to Sunderland. 2-1 to Sunderland.
2-1 Sunderland. Weasel.
Yes.
Score draw.
2-all.
Why is
Of
it?
course.
West. You seriously think West Ham can score 2 goals in a single game again? Two games
Yeah.
running.
Uh-huh. Let's start to
Apology,
score again.
apologies, West Ham fans. No offense.
We'll
Um,
see.
I'll go more with a 1-1 rather than a 2-2. So I will go with a score draw, but yeah, slightly less than yours. Burnley, Tottenham. Weasel, you first.
Burnley win.
Ooh.
I think they might sedge it by a
Mohammed,
goal.
Well, I mean, Burnley has been very awful. I'm gonna give it to Tottenham. 2-1 again.
2-1 to what? Burnley.
Tottenham.
2-1 to Tottenham.
Yes.
Ooh, it seems like it's, I'm thinking Burnley might edge it, but then mm,
You never know with Spurs if they
I'm
do go
thinking,
Spursy.
yeah,
I mean, Spurs need to do
after the
something.
Champions League result as well, I might be boring and go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw again.
This be your one now, 1-0. I'm the tool man,
Well,
you're the 1-0
it's
man.
the boring default one for FPL purposes because it means no one gets major attacking returns and the clean sheets are wiped out.
Mm.
So defenders don't get things. Fulham, Brighton. Mohammed, you first.
Fulham, Brighton. Mm, I think I'm gonna go for a close win for Fulham. 1-0.
Paul,
You don't need to ask me.
2-2.
Yeah.
I'm actually more on the 2-2 fence for that one. Man City,
Right.
Wolves.
You go first,
Paul,
Matt.
you first.
You haven't been first yet.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll do after this one.
Okay. Wolves win. Why not?
Who's the hero?
Um, Mane,
Oh my God.
1-0.
Don't say that.
You benched him.
Mohammed?
I mean, Wolves have been solid at the back, but it is Manchester City. They need to bounce back after two horrendous loss. So I guess I will go 2-0 to City.
Mm, I was thinking that as well. 2-0 because it was frustrating watch, but yeah, Wolves low block. They've really under Edwards' sort of defensive solidity has finally
Help
started to get
a lot.
ingrained in them that they've been a lot more solid the last few games. So I think people will still be targeting them as a just looking at the league position and think, oh yeah, they're the whipping boys sort of thing. But they're far from that now. I think a lot harder. Fixture. Um,
Why they're going to win
Bournemouth
1-0.
Liverpool. Bournemouth Liverpool. I am going to go with a score draw.
Oh, let's draw.
Score draw.
Oh, come on,
Liverpool
man.
and
Liverpool
Bournemouth keep
always
Liverpool
score
and
a
Bournemouth
goal.
keeping clean sheets. Seriously?
Nah, no, no way. Liverpool will score a goal.
I know that's why I'm saying score draw. Liverpool will score,
Oh,
but so will Bournemouth.
yeah, now I understand. I thought you were gonna say scoreless draw. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
No,
2-2 for me, I think.
2-2 for you.
Yeah.
Liverpool fan.
Well, I mean, again, I think it will. Liverpool will make it hard again to win it, but I think we will get the result 2-1 to Liverpool.
Okay, I did that one first. Mohammed, Brentford Forest.
Brentford at home, very good. So I go 2-0 to Brentford.
Same.
Yeah, I
Weasel,
agree
your
as
turn.
well. Yeah, I agree as well. 2-0 Brentford. They go for a miserable home record this season.
Palace Chelsea. Paul, you first.
Goal draw.
Okay. Mohammed.
Palace will be quite good at home, defense
Oh,
wise.
I mean, surprisingly, Chelsea has been 5 games without a win away at home at Premier League, but I think Palace right now is in a very bad condition. So I go 2-1 to Chelsea.
I was thinking 1-0 Chelsea, personally. Right, us against Villa. Now, I suppose in that
You should
respect, I
go.
should go
Sure.
first, shouldn't I?
Yeah, definitely. Your team.
Um, depends on the availability of Bruno, to be honest. Um, defensively, the last couple of games we've been solid. We haven't conceded very many chances. That's Champions League and last night and Wolves. We haven't conceded many chances to the other side. So um, I'm not sure Villa will get too many chances. If Bruno's not playing, then I completely imagine it will be Lewis Miley stepping in for him and Trippier will be right back. I'm going off the point and I'm avoiding making a prediction. Um, with Bruno, 2-1 win. Without Bruno, 1-1 draw.
Interesting.
I
Are
I
you
Do we have
go
any
for the 1-1 draw.
you going for 1-1 draw?
Yes.
and Matt, you
Paul,
know what I'm going to say already. Mohammed,
2-2.
yeah.
2-2 default. If he doesn't know, 2-2. Arsenal Man United. Mohammed,
Get in Bruno, 2-0 to Man United. Bruno with a goal.
Paul.
2-0.
I'm
We got
going
a
to
history
go.
of 2
I'm going to
draws.
rebel. I'm going to go against the cuff. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
Come on, mate. Don't give Lewis the candy.
Of course, I'm going to give Lewis the candy. Plus, I'm not getting Bruno in, so I have triple Arsenal. So I want an Arsenal double clean sheet and Declan Rice to be like scorer of one goal and assister of the other and get DEFCON and get a massive haul. So I'm going with an Arsenal 2-0 win. And finally, Everton Leeds. I'm going with that first. Leeds away win 1-0. No, actually, I'm going 0-0. I've
Yeah,
decided
same,
0-0.
same.
Yeah, either be goalless or 1-0 Everton. That Leeds aren't great away from home. And Everton are good
Tarkowski,
at home. So,
Tarkowski clean sheet.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I can see
Right.
that.
We'll get a move on looking at our teams, thinking of the time. Mohammed, talk us through yours. This is, well, you gave us a sort of bit of a spoiler alert earlier. This I got up, which is pre any transfers made.
Okay, I mean, right now, I mean, what I'm thinking for this game week is that I will bench Mukiele and Saka and bring in Anderson and Watkins as of right now.
Ooh.
Plus, yeah,
So, so read out what your team would be, because on screen, the FPL team that I used optimized it with Kelleher in goal, back three of Gabriel, Mukiele, and Gehi. Midfield five of Wilson, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, and Cherky, which you already said you changed to Bruno, and Thiago
yeah,
and Haaland up front, benching Dubravka, Anderson, Watkins, and Dallo.
yeah. So
So,
basically, in my team, you will carry her, Gabriel, Anderson, and Gehi. Wilson, Semenyo, Enzo Fernandez, and Bruno Fernandez. Finally, Thiago Haaland and Watkins. So in my bench, there will be Saka, Mukiele, and Dalo.
So that's your free transfer. How much money have you got in the bank then?
Right now, after making that transfer, I have 0.1 million.
Just
Just enough. Just that. I mean, at first I am starting Saka, but the fact that he plays 90 minutes in the Champions League make me worried about his minutes. So that's why I put him in the
mm.
bench.
But he
Mind
won't
you
play
though,
Champions League next week, will he?
Right?
say that again, Paul, sorry.
Saka won't play Champions League next week because they've qualified. So I think he's pretty
Right.
certain to
Yeah,
start and play
they've
the game.
guaranteed qualification. They'll either finish top if they avoid defeat, or second worst case scenario. Um, so I'd imagine that he'd start at the weekend against Manchester United, and he'll be bench rested in the
Mm.
Champions League.
Probably that could also happen. I mean, I'm still thinking whether to start him. I mean, if I were to start him, who do you think I should bench, Matt?
Watkins,
What?
seriously
Is
Watkins.
Your
that an
confidence
unbiased
in the
opinion?
team?
Pardon?
Yeah, Paul.
Is that an unbiased opinion?
It's a Newcastle informed opinion, to be honest. Watkins is playing away to us. Um, Botman and Chow are forming a solid partnership. Hall's showing good attacking intent down the left. We're not conceding a huge amount of chances. Trippier's know-how, although his legs have gone a bit. Um, so pace on that side could be risky. But no, we're at home. I'm is limited at the most. Watkins would get a single goal at the most, and I think Saka's got more capabilities against playing at home to Manchester United. Personally,
As I said in the group chat earlier, bench Haaland.
You know what
He's
I
only
mean?
had one return in 6 games.
mm,
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Saka is very explosive. I mean, last game week he came in from the bench to play 33 minutes, and with that 33 minutes, he got 0.51 expected goal assist. That is how dangerous he is when he start or even when he came from the bench. So yeah, you guys make me rethink right now, but we shall see.
yeah. Moving on to my team next up. So I wildcarded in 21, rolled last week, and mine's a bit of um, it's the benching situation really for me. At the moment, I'm set up playing Dubravka in goal with Sanchez on the bench. Back four of Chow at home to Villa, Timber and Gabriel, Arsenal double at home to Manchester United, Tarkowski at home to Leeds. Midfield four of Foden at home to Wolves, Rice at home to Man U, Bruno G at home to Villa, and Enzo Fernandez away at Palace, with the front two of Thiago and Haaland captaincy. That's got on my bench at the moment, as well as Sanchez away at Palace. I've got Alderete away to West Ham, Rodgers away to Newcastle, and Mane away to Manchester City. That's actually what FPL team optimized as my best team. That's what it came up as. What are your thoughts, first of all? Who, any shouts who wants to go first?
Yeah, it's bench boost.
Not bench boosting, no way.
No,
Not this early.
But
Bad enough. I
no,
wild carded at 20, game week 21.
yeah, we've all got big benching decisions this week. Just the way it is. There's some good fixtures, and just hope
Who
we
would
all
you
get it right.
who would you choose from this, like formation and back and bench?
Yeah, I'd play Alderete over four, and obviously play Rogers. Bruno probably won't be playing.
Well, my reasoning of keeping Bruno in is if he's available, he'll start. If he's not, he won't be in at all, I
Right.
suspect.
Yeah,
Or the alternative
but
is,
then
but then at the same time, he might be on the bench if we can't fill it with other players, and he'd be on there for sort of literal emergency cover. Um, but even so, I'll definitely be waiting and seeing. I won't sell him. I've got two free transfers, 1.5 in the bank, and I'm most likely going to roll, I would say. Um,
wait, you're starting Dubravka?
thinking about it,
Oh, Dubravka.
thinking about it because of Burnley's home record, but it's not decided either way.
The clean sheet odds must be very close between two keepers this week.
Mm. So,
So it's a
Paul, you were
tough call.
saying you'd play what? You'd play Alderete as part of the four, or
Yeah,
as
or
in
even play a
place of
back
who?
five. As I was saying in the group chat, defenders this year seem to be hauling big.
So,
And
so what you think? Play a five
yeah, even
defenders.
play Alderete over Foden, who's out of form.
Ooh, Foden at home to
You
Wolves,
want
or
to
Alderete defender away to West Ham, even if it is West Ham.
Uh,
you want to bench Haaland, Paul? Bring in money.
Yeah, swap Mane for Haaland, then you're there.
This screams sabotage, seriously. Right, moving on,
I'll
Mohammed.
be later. We'll see you next week's
Serious
episode.
thoughts. Mohammed, what do you think?
Well, I think I can bring in Rogers ahead of Bruno Guimaraes. I think he probably will not start against Villa. Seemed like a serious injury, and even though if he is okay, I think Eddie Howe will take precaution matters ahead to
And
one of his
actually,
good players.
thinking about it is um if it's questionable, he won't play him. He'll save him for PSG on Wednesday in the Champions League. He'd save him for that.
Yeah,
He'd play Miley against Villa. Um, Bruno will be on the bench in case of an emergency, and save him for PSG. I think that's where I'd imagine it will be more likely leaning, even though we are seventh, and guaranteed a minimum playoff position. But
yeah,
anyway,
and
so you think Rogers over Bruno and 4-4-2?
probably probably Sanchez ahead of Dubravka. I mean, with this keeper selection is whether you think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet or not. And if not, I mean, I kind of think that Burnley will not keep a clean sheet. So if both concede, who will get more save? I mean, obviously Dubravka will get more save if you believe both will concede. But I just think there's still a chance for Chelsea to get a clean sheet because of how bad the situation at Palace right now,
Mm,
with Mateta trying to out and Glasner still has some problem with their management. So yeah,
yeah.
probably I will start Sanchez at Dubravka.
Okay, right. We best move on to Paul's.
Just go with your gut feeling, I'd say.
Mm.
Yeah, instinct and don't overthink it.
Are you able to read yours with your
Yeah,
glasses, or do you want me to read it out?
yeah, I can read it out fine. So starting Donnarumma in goal, home to Wolves. Obviously, I spent a lot of money on him, so picking him over to Bradford. My back three is Van de Ven, who's my 2 week punt. Hopefully, he does better than last week's 0 points. And doing a double up on the Arsenal defence with Saliba and Gabriel. Then in midfield, I'm playing Chaka because obviously Bruno G's. I don't think I'll be playing. So normally I'll be rotating those two and playing Bruno because he's got the home fixture. But I'm quite happy for Chaka to start away to West Ham. Now, bare minimum, he's going to get DEFCON. And that, but hopefully get an assist or something as well. And then the remainder of my midfield four is Bruno away to Arsenal, Enzo away to Crystal Palace, and my vice captain Semenyo at home to Wolves, who would definitely start because he did play in Champions League. And my front three are Watkins away to Newcastle, Thiago at home to Forest, and at the moment my captain's Haaland at home to Wolves. And on my bench, as I said, I've got Dubravka, Bruno G at home to Villa, Alderete away to West Ham, and Anson at home to Brighton. But yeah, as I've said, it is a very benchable bench week this week.
Mm.
Obviously, before Bruno G's injury, I did consider. Obviously, everyone was thinking about triple captain Haaland this week as well, before his recent turn of form.
Well, I'm considering if Arsenal get through, I am actually considering triple captain Gabriel in game week 26.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, he's my captain plan. I'm not sure about triple captain that week.
Yeah,
Mind you, it depends if they're, so I think it's Brentford and Wolves. The Wolves, I think, is away. Brentford, I'm not sure. If that was away, then it'll be a no. If it's at the Emirates, it'll be like, oh, we
Yeah,
shall
he's
see. But
definitely
anyway,
guaranteed to play both games. He's
are
definitely
you
captain choice that week.
are you
But
both set on Haaland captaincy?
and you're spending
yeah.
so much money on him.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
There's no other standout choices apart from maybe Semenyo. Now Watkins is out of form.
Mm.
Thiago could possibility. You never know.
Bruno
Bruno.
Fernandes.
No.
I don't know. He did it against City last week, didn't he, Bruno? So
Yeah.
True.
I
I
think
expecting
Paul,
10 minutes of him.
Paul, you need to bring in Alderete and Anderson in.
For who?
Saliba and Gabriel.
Well,
Yeah, I
you won't.
should do
Bruno
really. I
will
might
score.
do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-2. So yeah, it makes sense
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
that
this trio.
basis.
Right. Moving.
But
Sorry. Final thought on your team.
no, as I said, it's just a tough call this week. And just have to hope for the best.
We go into a new slide, which I thought I'd added a simple way of just saying, let's discuss goalkeeper, mystery goalkeepers, defenders, um, midfield, forwards, so on. So goalkeepers wise, I've got Sanchez with Chelsea's up, who I got in on wild card because of Chelsea's upcoming fixtures. Paul, why did you go for Donnarumma on your wild card last week?
It was basically to fit the two fixtures they had, obviously against Man United, but that went tits up. And I've got back in against Wolves this week's going to go the same way. But
A disaster, mate.
I was when with Sanchez away because from last week's podcast,
Mm,
and I'll probably end up going back to Sanchez next week. But Petrovic's got quite a good run of fixtures coming up from Bournemouth.
yeah, he will enter conversations with people wildcarding once we get more information about doubles and blanks and so on. Mohammed, how are you feeling with Kelleher at the moment?
I mean, Brentford definitely not doesn't have the greatest fixture, but I mean he is 4.5 million. He may occasionally save points, so I have no complaints. He is the cheap alternative for my team, and I'm quite happy having him, especially after a few great penalty saves that he have
Mm.
give me. So yeah, I don't. For as of right now, I do not have any plan for goalkeeper transfer unless if I want to wildcard, then I will think about it.
What so other than Sanchez, Donnarumma, um Kelleher for yourself, who would you say would be if you were wildcarding, who would be the main goalkeepers you'd be considering?
Yeah, I think I'd be considering Donnarumma or Sanchez, but other than that, probably Pickford. But I mean, Pickford is just too much, 5.6 million. I mean, the better if I went with Jaloba. But other than that, I will see. Yeah, that's the three goalkeeper I will think of.
I guess it's kind of in a way you could for Pickford. Yes, he's the highest scoring goalkeeper of the last few seasons, and up there again this season. Um, but some would possibly say if you take it pairing with a defender, it would arguably be say Pickford and Mukiele or Pickford and Richards because I think both of those two defenders are 4.4 at the moment. Um, or um, a cheaper goalkeeper, so like Petrovic, say, or Kelleher, um, combined with Tarkowski.
You
Yeah,
can't them thing.
I think that is my style of way. Kelleher and then combine with Tarkowski.
Mm. Cheaper goalkeeper with a defender with a
Yeah,
higher ceiling, so more funds in
yeah,
the defense.
more route to points.
Okay, moving on to defenders. Who would like to start? Any volunteers to start with defense, and the other can start with midfield.
Oh, the defenders.
Okay, I was actually thinking that because I put my only reasoning, Mohammed, you've got orange trim on your top, and I've put the font color for midfielders as orange. So there we go. That can be our distinction. Paul, lead the way with
Orange.
defenders for you.
So you after three of them.
Three, or if you've got, and then if Mohammed wants to throw in any more,
Yeah, what is the three?
defenders. Paul, your
Yeah, so
thoughts?
Senesi would be my first pick. Next, he gets DEFCONs most weeks. He's chipping in with the odd assists, and they've got the second best run of fixtures the next 6 games.
So
So,
Senesi, who else?
uh, um, Munoz, if he's back from injury, he's got
Mm,
several routes to points. He's now done to play 90 minutes. Palace's fixtures turn. Hopefully, they can get their act together after the loss of Gay. Hopefully, they keep their manager, keep Mateta.
thoughts on defenders for you, Mohammed?
I haven't done my third one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I
No,
rushing you?
no,
Sorry.
and my
Senesi,
outside
Munoz,
punt
Senesi,
and
Munoz, and
Maguire will be my outside punt.
What?
Maguire.
Maguire.
Seriously.
Maguire
Oh,
for Man United, yeah.
Maguire.
He's got goal threat. He's going to get DEFCONs. That Man United are back.
Right, next week I'm gonna ask for your list in advance. Or I'm gonna mute or in the editing I'll mute where you say or I know what I'll insert one of those swearing beeps over when you put on over when you say Maguire.
Trust me, you'll be eating your words next week when we record.
Mm, or chocolate instead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mohammed, have you got any defenders other than obviously your triple Arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you need Gabriel, but other than that, I think if I were to actually wildcard, I will definitely want to have these three defender. First of all, I would love to have Chaloba for Chelsea.
Mm,
Great fixture. He's already got three DEFCON in his last three games. Uh, Great value pick for Chelsea defense. And then second, I will go with Tarkowski, absolute DEFCON master, DEFCON monster, 6 game in a row DEFCON, and they also have a quite a good fixture run. So that is second. And lastly, I mean obviously both of them are 5.5 and above. So obviously the last one will be a cheap alternative. I go with Nordi Mukiele. I mean he got an okay fixture, a great fixture for the next two, West Ham and Burnley.
mm.
And obviously he's in a run of how many? Four DEFCON, I guess. Yeah, so
Mm.
yeah, both all three of them, DEFCON monsters. So yeah, you need to have these three.
Yeah, I think sticking with DEFCON monsters, Brentford have got a couple of rocky fixtures, but Nathan Collins has been ridiculous
Yeah,
for
that's the con.
DEFCON at the moment as well. Um, Chris Witt Chris Richards is back at Palace, so if you're looking at and down to 4.4. But again, I think we need to see in a way how Palace fare without Gahey. I think it's a sit on the
I mean,
some wait and
I mean,
see with
their
him.
problem are more than Gehi. So for now, I will not be going near any of their players. They need to sort out something with the management.
Yeah. Okay, Mohammed, start us with midfielders for you. Top midfielders to look at, target.
For midfielders, obviously, I mean, I go early, but you need to start looking at Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United have a very great run of fixture, and Bruno, I mean, he can score points everywhere, set piece, DEFCON, attacking, everywhere. So you need to have him in your team, and I'm glad I got him already. Secondly, is Morgan Rogers. Aston Villa has been very, very good at attacking these past few games. Obviously, they didn't score a goal against Everton and Crystal Palace, but yeah, I mean, if you didn't have Watkins, I will be looking at Rogers. But if you already have Watkins, it's fine. And then finally, yeah, of course, Chelsea great run of fixture. I will go with Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, thoughts on those, Paul?
Yeah, three great choices. Got two of them
Anyone
in my
else you
team
would like
already.
to add into the mix?
Obviously, Furtz is back now, showing the form he showed in Germany. So he's one to consider. And a couple of differentials. Garner's got 23 DEFCONs last
Yeah,
week.
Oh,
absolute
that's a
most.
bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. You got
That's
29.
29, wasn't it? It's 29,
29,
yeah.
yeah, 29.
I was close. And
Together.
my side
Oh
punt
my.
will be Chuck You Easy from Fulham. Now he should be back from AFCON. And then he was looking electric before it.
Speaking of AFCON, and Pete, that a lot of the talk about Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez, and a lot more of these midfielders that have got a lot more routes to points. Um, which like Rogers, the downside for him is he's not great for DEFCON, whereas Bruno, Rice, Enzo generally can be. And adding to that would be the return of Ndiaye at Everton, who I had before he got injured. He's down to I think 6.2 million now, and he'd started the season on 6.5. Um, my concerns though with him as well, and also taking into account James Garner and Keenan Dewsbury Hall's back in training, I think, is how the Everton midfield's going to shape up and the impact the return of Ndiaye and Dewsbury Hall is going to have on Ghana. Not necessarily minutes, but more in terms of set pieces, what set pieces he's taking, and
I mean,
so on.
Ghana mostly got this from DEFCON to begin with him.
Yeah, you okay? Sounded like your
Yeah,
microphone.
yeah. I mean, I want. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say that Ghana, Ghana was on the card from DEFCON. I mean, if you look at maybe five or six of his six Premier League game, he only got a goal and an assist, but obviously his even though Diane will all come in, I think he will continue to get his DEFCON, and for 5.2 million, that is a very good price.
yeah. So I think we basically covered the midfield of Bruno, Declan Rice, Fernandez, the budget end of Ghana, the return of Mbermo, Florian Wirtz. The only thing that I will add, actually, lots of content creators had sung the praises of Tavernier, of Bournemouth being on penalties, and he is flagged at the moment with possible hamstring injury. So if you were thinking of getting him in after he scored last week, hold the submit button. Okay, and lastly, forwards. Um, I guess it's my turn to start, really. Um, quite straightforward, I think, really. Most of the movement um, is likely to be in the other positions, defensive and midfield. If you are looking at forward transfers, if you haven't got Haaland and Thiago, after them, depending on your structure, your team structure, it's
Yeah.
Calvert-Lewin. If Tavernier's out, then Evan Nilsson might be on penalties, but I'm not sure he's got a great record. But Krupi Junior's to go down budget wise, Krupi Junior is doing well, scoring goals, scored 7 or 8, I think he's up to now. Um,
But
so for him at
yeah, I
budget at
agree.
he's at 4.6, and then Mane at Wolves, possibly not for this week. Um, he's 4.5, and he's actually playing in midfield as opposed to up front, but he's very attacking minded. So any goals he gets would be one more point. Well, actually one less point because he's playing attacking midfield and down as a forward. Um, I think one to monitor really would be Chelsea and forwards and the minutes of what are
Yeah.
your guys thinking on the
João Pedro.
Rosinia's play with how he's going to manage Delap and João Pedro. I'm not going there personally.
I mean, you can see the lap start at especially game against Buffalo. So obviously, I think João Pedro will start the next two. Kind of feel like he will use the lap on Champions League game, but other than that, it's quite a risk.
Thoughts on forwards, Paul?
You can't forget my man Bowen. He's still the third highest scoring forward in the game. And West Ham haven't got a bad run of fixtures coming up. I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Vizza yet. Um, Obviously he's back. And he's banging a few goals for you at Newcastle.
Right. The main reason, which and he was really dangerous and threatening in the Champions League last night against PSV, and I think when any team that plays a bit more further forward against us is always going to be suspect and at risk with our pace getting in behind them. For us, and I'd say the best way to play against us is um, low block. We really struggle with teams that play low block, like Wolves did last week. We just struggle to get it and break it down. And Voltemada and Vis are really quiet in those games. But then, to be fair, reason why I'm not recommending or advising them is simply because of the rotation. Um, how with the other competitions, it's not necessarily that, well, one of them starting the midweek cup fixtures and the others starting the Premier League. Um, yeah, one cup fixture where Eddie Howe played both of them. Other than that, it's one or the other. So it's generally one will play 70 minutes. So like Wissa played 70 odd minutes last night. Voltemada comes off the bench. I expect Voltemada will start against Villa, and then Visser will come off the bench for the last 20 minutes or so. And then against PSG, it'll probably be Wissa starting and Voltemada coming off the bench. So I think for us, our front line, none of them are 90-minute men um, at all, and it's the rotations there. I think really the most nailed of our attackers at the moment is Harvey Barnes. Um, but yeah, that's that, and he's a midfielder. And um, Mohamed, sadly, I think his technical problems have glitched. So,
Uh-huh.
um,
Yeah. The
final
two other
thoughts on the
forwards
game
I'd
week.
suggest.
Final
Yeah.
thoughts on the game week for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just like still forwards now. I'd say Solanke and Jesus are worth keeping an eye on. they're both back. Obviously, a minute's rest. They're scoring. But yeah, my final thoughts for this game week is just go with your gut feeling and that
Yeah,
go
I
with who
think
you think's going to
that's
get the
something this year I need to
points.
do. I need to do a bit more of that
Yeah, don't
because
overthink your decisions.
I think the start of the season I was overthinking too much, really,
Definitely.
more than normal, more than previous seasons, and that probably hindered me. So I need to get back to basics and try to be a bit more gut led.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I wouldn't be against using a chip this week. And that, if anyone's thinking about it, it's a bench boostable week.
Mm,
And obviously, triple captain Haaland, you're not going to get a better fixture than Wolves at home. So I'm personally not going to do it. But
that's
if
disputable
anyone's
now,
considering
but we'll
it,
save that for another video.
mhm.
We'll save that for another video after your prediction of Mane inspiring Wolves to win at the Etihad. Um, we'll
If it
review saying,
happens, I'll
yeah,
be
as
buying
well
a
as that, didn't you
Wolves
say
shirt.
target Wolves of the but anyway, time to wrap it up. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Mohammed, for his thoughts and insights all the way from his homeland of Malaysia at what's probably now 7 o'clock in the morning after on and off, closing into 7. So don't forget to like and subscribe this video for everything. Click the link, comment on your thoughts on how crazy some of our ideas might be or might not be, and if there's anyone we have missed out. So I think, thank you, Paul. Thanks again, Mohammed. And all that's left to say really is keep your FPL affairs under wraps until Saturday morning deadline, I believe, because it's a 12:30 kickoff. It's the first one, so it will be 11 a.m. All right then. Bye bye, everybody.
Hi, good luck, everyone.